Hello, this is your weekly space news roundup for the 17th of October 2021, read by me, Philip Day of giant-leap.space. I'm really excited to say that this roundup is sponsored by OneWeb, the London-based satellite broadband communications business working to deliver internet access everywhere for everyone by creating new connectivity infrastructure by placing a network of satellites in low Earth orbit. To find out more about OneWeb's incredible work, journey and products, head over to oneweb.net. Thanks for supporting the UK Space News, OneWeb. By choosing to support us through sponsorship, not only do you get a shout out for your business, but also the hashtag Job of the Week is yours by default. As a result, stick around to the end to find out about some exciting UK opportunities at OneWeb right now. Now's a great time to check you're subscribed to the channel, and please do like this roundup too as we go along. You can find out more about us on our website, giant-leap.space, or our Patreon page, accessible via patreon.com/giantleap. Skyrora signed 10-year launch deal in Scotland. Scottish launch company Skyrora has signed a 10-year agreement with Saxavord Spaceport to launch their vertical launch liquid fuel rockets from the remote location as soon as next year. Their rocket family, known as Skylark, has been under development here and in Eastern Europe for a number of years, and all of that hard work is soon hoped to pay off. Skylark L, a liquid-fueled suborbital rocket, is expected to fly as soon as spring 2022, while Skylark XL, her big brother, will fly later in the same year, making the company orbit-capable in 2022. Whilst quite possibly being the first UK headquartered effort to achieve vertical launch from UK soil to orbit too. Previously, the head of Raptor Aerospace, Ben Jarvis, leads on launch as Launch Campaign Manager for Saxavord Spaceport, who sums up the many comments and feelings briefly and accurately. "It's awesome news," he said. Paul Bate, the CEO of the UK Space Agency, visited the Shetland Islands and Saxavord Space Centre this week, adding,
"Saxavord Space Centre, where next year there'll be vertical launch from the UK. It's just phenomenal."
Other launch hopefuls for 2022 include Virgin Orbit flying out of Spaceport Cornwall via a Boeing 747, and companies such as B2 Space, who are planning their Raccoon system to be tested and validated in the coming months too. Speaking of B2 Space has been launching high-altitude balloons again recently. The most recent flight, which took place this week, included commercial payloads, which flew into the lower stratosphere for testing before descending as planned under a parachute for recovery. The flight was a roaring success, and trackable via ADS-B receivers or websites such as Flight Radar 24/7. Their next flight is planned to be next week, so perhaps keep your eye out for a balloon flight to test Raccoon systems. Giant Leap caught up with Technical Director of B2 Space, Valentin Canales. "The flight was used to validate key technologies for our Raccoon system," he said, "such as the positioning, pointing and stabilisation systems, as well as safety systems that will allow us to operate our Raccoons safely. This is taking us a step closer to our goal of testing the whole Raccoon system on the ground to validate it, with the aim of flying the complete Raccoon shortly afterwards." OneWeb hits numbers next. Whilst I cue that up, don't forget that you are incredibly welcome to join us over on patreon.com/giantleap, where you'll gain access to Discord, me, and more membership perks. This channel and I really appreciate all of your support, and as we try to fund a trip to Glasgow to meet space businesses for you, now more than ever we need your help to recruit some more Patreon supporters. So, in a special deal, if you can help us to recruit a new Patreon supporter before November, I'll send you some merch as a note of my personal gratitude. Let me know in the comments if you manage it. OneWeb dominate the market with another major milestone. The from-space broadband market has consisted of essentially two LEO players for some time now, OneWeb, based in London and out of the gates first, and SpaceX, based in the United States and operating many thousands of satellites in order to compete. OneWeb now has over 300 satellites in orbit, compared with their American competition with over 1,600. However, despite having just 20% the number of orbital assets, the OneWeb system is now more than 50% complete. As the constellation nears completion, it's expected that quite large numbers of distribution partners around the world, focused on rural communities and transportation connectivity, will demonstrate their products and begin commercial operations. The company already has a number of demonstration facilities up and running, including at Westcott Venture Park, one of the historic homes of the UK space industry. For this week's hashtag Drop of the Week, we're back to OneWeb. Right at the top of the business and leading in the land domain, OneWeb are seeking a head of land mobility to work out of their offices in London. In order to apply, it's expected that you'll have a strong track record in developing and delivering on business planning using complex and challenging technological solutions. You should be great at solving problems. In fact, you need to be, quote, all over it, the company says. More importantly, you're going to need to want to make a real difference in the world by revolutionising technology in space. In fact, those values hold true for other senior openings in the business too, such as their Director Global IP Network Engineering, Core Network, to be based in London. So, if those attributes sound like you and these opportunities are up your alley, head over to oneweb.net/careers opportunities for full details on how to apply directly within the business. The link is in the description. If you do choose to apply, you'll need a CV, cover letter, and some idea of the salary which you feel you can command, so don't be fazed when they ask you. Of course, this role and more from this week are all already posted on our Discord server. That's you all caught up. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere else there's a like button, please smash it now. It's a great way to ensure Giant Leap gets the support we need to continue bringing you the news. On social media, we're using the hashtag Giant Leap, where we usually post several times a day. If you'd like to be a part of it there, come and join us there. Thanks for checking in, and until next time, remember that every giant leap is set up by thousands of small steps. You've been watching a Giant-Leap.Space News Roundup.